Coming up tonight on 12 News, heavy flooding hits the area, damaging homes and much more. We have team coverage of the efforts to rescue those stranded by the waters. And several area first responders and other groups are already collecting items to help with the cleanup. We have details on how you can help.
And the forecast is just what we needed, trending drier these next few days. We can already see some sunshine peeking through. The full outlook just ahead on 12 News Weekend Edition.
Working for you. This is WBOY, now in high definition. 12 News Weekend Edition starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 12 News Weekend Edition. I'm Katherine Guyon. After last night's rain, many counties have experienced heavy flooding, damaging homes, roads, and more. Marion County was one of the hardest hit areas. Megan Hudock has more from Mannington, where first responders were evacuating residents.
In the western and northern ends of Marion County, several rescues were made due to severe flooding. Efforts were mainly concentrated to the Rachel and Mannington areas.
Well, I've been in the fire department for 42 years now, and this is the worst it's been since 2002.
Officials say complications arose when roads became impassable after the water level of secondary streams flooded the roadways. The Marion County Sheriff's Office warns individuals to be cautious in this type of situation.
Be aware of your situation. Don't try to drive through standing water. If you're in a situation where you need out, make sure you call authorities for some help.
Marion County stationed swift water rescue teams from all over the area.
Well, you know what, we had a tremendous response from different counties and different cities of the state, and we just can't thank these folks enough, because clearly without their assistance, we would not have been able to do what we were doing, so thank them very much.
Dozens of families were rescued from Mannington with transit buses transporting them to the North Marion High School.
We do have an emergency shelter set up at North Marion High School for the evacuees and anyone else who needs their services, and so we think we're probably on the downhill side of it.
The Mannington Fire Department is also collecting flood relief supplies at Blacksher Elementary School starting this evening until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and will stay as long as needed to collect any donations. They are in need of bleach, paper towels, brooms, shovels, and more. For a full list of supplies needed, visit our website, WBOY.com. Reporting in Marion County, I'm Megan Hudock for 12 News.
And as people are continuing to assess all the damage from the flooding overnight, first responders from all across the region and state are pitching in to help now that a state of emergency is in effect. Chief Meteorologist Brian Sherman continues our team coverage and is live in Marion County with more information. Brian?
Well, good evening, Catherine. Good evening, everyone. As you just heard Megan Hudock say, Marion County, one of the hardest hit areas across the region, as those first responders have been working tirelessly throughout the overnight and through the daylight hours here today to evacuate those residents. And now people are assessing the damage that has been left behind as the floodwaters are continuing to recede. I'm going to step out of the shot here, and you can see where the water, we just had that truck drive through the water here. Still some good 3, 4, 5 foot standing water. We're right at Route 250 as you're heading through downtown Mannington, where this road is closed. This is just one of the numerous areas that are dealing with the high water. We've received reports from northern Harrison, western Marion, western Monongalia, and eastern Wetzel counties. Again, Mannington, one of the worst areas hit, and the communities that are dealing with the aftermath. According to the National Weather Service, 2 to 4 inches of rain fell last night, with some places seeing rainfall rates on the order of 1 inch in 15 minutes, and that has led to a lot of damage, and Governor Justice has responded to the flooding. Governor Justice has declared a state of emergency for Harrison, Marion, Marshall, Monongalia, and Wetzel counties. And just a few hours ago, Taylor and Tucker counties have also been added to the state of emergency. He says, quote, "We are extremely saddened and deeply concerned for all West Virginians that are experiencing flooding and damage right now. We have mobilizing our National Guard and highways personnel as they are assisting other first responders from across the state to make sure our citizens in these affected areas are being kept safe." Now, there's some good news out of this. We've had no serious reports of fatalities or injuries with this one as we've worked through the past little bit, and I'm going to pull up here very quickly this message that we've received via social media on Facebook from the Marion County Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency. They say if there are any individuals that were affected by today's floods that have any needs with food or shelter, please contact the Marion County Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management Office at 304-366-0196. Due to the impact of the floodwaters, teams will begin doing damage assessments in Marion County tomorrow. At this time, we are working on establishing a feeding station near Mannington. Details will follow as soon as they become available. Stay with us here on WBOY 12 News. We'll keep you updated on all the flooding across north central West Virginia as we go through the rest of the weekend. Reporting from Mannington and Marion County, I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Sherman, now with a drier look at the forecast and also more on today and last night's flooding. Meteorologist Sean Householders live in the Storm Tracker Weather Lab with more information. Good evening, Sean.
Hey there, Brian. Flood warnings continue for several area counties, and in Harrison County, the flood warning was just extended. It was set to expire at 6 p.m., but that is going to go until 9 p.m. Marion County, also one of the bullseye counties that we're watching. A flood warning continues till 8:15 for Marion. Northern Randolph, Taylor, and Barber counties, your flood warning is scheduled to expire at 6:30. Preston County are under a flood warning until 6:45. Cheat River, places like the Cheat are expected to crest about a foot above flood stage, and that is going to impact portions of Route 72, which is going to be closed because of the water, and that's also going to surround area homes around the town park. You can see that skies are beginning to clear. Rain pretty much out of here at this hour. Statewide temperatures have been certainly on the cool side as a result of the lack of sunshine today, planning the rest of your evening. Any isolated drizzle is going to come to an end. We expect it to be a chilly night, and we see areas of fog developing too. More on tonight's weather and more improvement during the full 7-day outlook. That'll be a bit later. Now back to Catherine on the news desk.
Thank you, Sean. Fairmont State University has already begun collecting items for flood victims. The FSU student government is asking for items such as food and clothing that can help those whose homes were lost or damaged as they recover. All donations can be dropped off at the student government office located inside the Falcon Center. Contact Dylan Bradley at 304-888-2151 to arrange a drop-off. And with all this flooding and damage, many roads will remain closed for quite some time. We're keeping in contact with the DOH as well as first responders in all affected counties, and we'll have the latest closures and information available all evening at WVOYs.com as well as on social media and the 12 News smartphone app.
Hey friends, here's more video of the flooding, this time from the Little Sandy Creek in Preston County, courtesy of our viewer, Paul Richards. This is from just off I-68 at Little Sandy's truck stop, heading north towards Clifton Mills. You can see the water coming right over the top of the dam in the middle of the screen there. Most smaller waterways have already crested or will crest soon, while major rivers like the Monongahela, Tigard, the West Fork, and the Cheat River will crest early Sunday. Spectacular video there, and lots of really spectacular pictures. Hunter just got a brand new fire station though, and you can see the water. This is a firefighter standing in waist deep water. You can see the fire truck. You could barely see the top of the wheel wells. There is an ambulance, so they were hit hard last night. Here's something that you don't want to do. Mikia Gold sent this in. This is Route 50. Turn around, don't drown. You can see these firefighters are basically helpless. Now, most times, if you're driving through water of unknown depth, you'll probably be okay. But all it takes is the one time for maybe the roads washed out, or you simply don't know how deep that water is, and you may have to rely on someone else for your safety. This is, by the way, the Clendenin Fire Department, volunteer fire department. You remember they had devastating flooding last year. They were in Rachel last night and this morning. volunteering and performing swift water rescues. The cold front and low pressure is now off the coastline. We turn our attention towards a big area of high pressure, and that'll start to muscle in from the Great Lakes. And as you saw today, if you step outside, that lends towards a almost cloud-free sky condition, certainly rain-free at this hour. We do have several flood warnings that continue. Some spotty flooding around places like Garrett County, including the North Branch of the Potomac, Preston County, Harrison County, especially Marion County, Taylor, Barber, and northern Randolph County as well. So the Blackwater River was over its bank. Many waterways still haven't even crested yet, including the Monongahela. So we continue to see that threat. Temperatures are falling, and they actually are going to rise over the next few hours. 70 in places like Clarksburg, 60s, but those numbers will fall hard tonight. On a north wind, we see those clouds continuing to evaporate. So a quick glance at the rest of your evening. Decreasing cloud cover as we move through the rest of your evening here. Any isolated drizzle will be coming to an end. It's going to be a chilly night for you, and with clearing skies and near calm winds, we expect areas of dense fog to develop. Here's the game plan. So it's a clear overnight. Any early risers, watch for that wild and wonderful wildlife, but we keep a clear cloudscape, thankfully, and a fair amount of sunshine. It'll be a north wind, and our forecast model trying to bring in some moisture. There may be increasing clouds, but new rain will be hard to come by over the next couple of days. Here is what we expect for overnight lows. So we can definitely turn the AC off. We're going to be falling in through the mid, if not low 40s in our favorite cool spots over the high terrain of western Maryland and West Virginia. Planning your early Sunday. Watch the fog, but we've got lots of sunshine and a couple of dry days here, Catherine, is exactly what we need. We slowly reintroduce rain and thunderstorm chances as we move through, especially after Wednesday through the second half of next week.
So thanks, Sean. I'm glad to see we're going to get some dry weather for everyone cleaning up.
Yeah, it was kind of slow going tonight, last night and this morning.